Okay, so today I kind of wanted to talk about Batman Arkham and what are they doing next? So, obviously, the last Batman Arkham game we got was uh, Batman Arkham Knight. That was in 2015, and we haven't heard anything since then. Like, it's just, well, I'm going to get to what we've heard actually, sorry. But yeah, it's just like, since 2009, since the series started, we basically got in a game every 2 years, right? We had Arkham Asylum 2009, Arkham City 2011, Arkham Origins 2013, and Arkham Knight 2015. Why you do that alarm? And I mean, yeah, so the last one came out in 2015, Arkham Knight. Pretty good, or really good actually. I don't know. It's very mixed on it, right? Because it's like some aspects of it I really love, some aspects I thought were not so great. But yeah, and I actually just played it for the first time recently because I never had like a PS4 or an Xbox One or a gaming PC, so I was never able to play it. But now that I have a gaming laptop and I was able to play that. But whatever, who cares? Yeah. So since then, we've just it's just been like what's happening, right? So I mean, if it were still following that same pattern, we should have probably gotten at least an WB Montreal game in 2017, but we didn't get that. 2 years later, still don't have anything. However, we do have WB Montreal teasing what looks like is going to be a Court of Owls game. So a while back, we saw one of the developers. She tweeted out a picture of, someone took a picture of her back, and she was wearing a Court of Owls T-shirt. And people were like, "Ooh, is it Court of Owls game? I don't know if it's Court of Owls game. What is that?" Ooh. And then I think a little bit after that, there was like a WB Montreal party or something, and like a bunch of the developers were wearing Court of Owls masks, and obviously that got everybody to be like, "Ooh, is the Court of Owls? Ooh, what is it?" Right? So now we have like a much more official confirmation that we're probably gonna end up getting a Court of Owls game. So W Montreal, their Twitter account, which has actually been inactive for like 4 years. Basically, the last time they tweeted out something was when Arkham Knight came out. They tweeted out because I guess for the Batman Day. I didn't even know that was a day. I guess they shine lights, shine bat symbols onto buildings around the world, something like that. I don't know. W Montreal, they tweeted out a picture of one of the lights being shown onto a building, and they were like "Happy Batman Day," blah blah blah. But in the video, there are these symbols that pop up, and yeah. So the symbols, I guess people, there are two of them that people are I don't know what that is. And then there's one where people are like, "Ooh, is that a Court of Owls symbol?" I think they think it's what is it, the Talon? Are those the zombies that they make? I think that's what they're called. One of them, they think that looks like one the Talon mask. And one of them they think looks like a demon. So they're like, "Ooh, is that the demon's head? Ooh, is Rachel Gould gonna be in this game? Ooh." So yeah, so it looks like WB Montreal at some point soon. We thought it was gonna happen at the PlayStation State of Play Nintendo Direct thing. Didn't happen. Very disappointed about that. So so now I'm just kind of making this video because I have no idea when it's gonna happen. So I thought, why not make a video? Yeah. So pretty soon we're expecting something, some kind of teaser trailer. Maybe it's gonna be at the Game Awards. But honestly, every time people are like, maybe a Batman Arkham announcement will happen at this thing, it always just never ends up happening. So I'm not going to make any sort of prediction of when they're going to come out and announce it, okay? But yeah, so anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about what I think this game is going to be and maybe give some thoughts about what I want this game to be. So, what do I think this game is going to be? I think it's basically just going to be another Arkham Knight. very similar to Arkham Origins. I think they're basically just gonna take the Arkham Knight engine, like Arkham Origins just took the Arkham City engine. I think they're just gonna take just a bunch of like the gadgets that Batman had in Arkham Knight. I can't remember. I don't know if there's like any, because obviously like if you remember in Arkham Origins, like you know how in Arkham City you have the ice grenade, and then in Arkham Origins they were like, ooh, you have the glue grenade. Ooh, yes. Look at the glue grenade. It's not at all like the ice grenade. Don't even dare make that comparison. It's not. But yeah, if you remember that, I think that's gonna be very similar to what they do with Arkham Knight. Although I'm trying to remember, like I feel like all the gadgets that he had in Arkham Knight aren't like there wasn't anything weird. I remember. I mean, you could get the ice grenade, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think that there's really any like weird gadgets that you would necessarily need to like have another weird variant for. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I do think that this is gonna be and I do think it is probably still going to be a prequel, right? So I think it's going to be just like a sequel to Origins, but still taking place before Arkham Asylum. And yeah, I think that's kind of what they're going to do. I mean, there were like some leaks, I guess, that Warner Brothers Montreal was actually working on an Arkham Knight sequel, not a prequel. But I don't know, like, like, I mean, look here's the thing. I like Origins, right? I like it. I think it's good. But I'm like, it's like, do you want Leo Montreal to be the one that does what takes place after? I'm just saying. Do we want W Montreal to like say what happens after Arkham Knight? Are you sure you don't want Rocksteady to maybe do a game that addresses that? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. But yeah, it's like I feel like Warner Brothers maybe wouldn't want maybe Rocksteady they should probably be the ones that makes the game that like says what happens next in this universe, whether it ends up being a Justice League game or whatever game. But yeah, I do think that this is gonna end up being basically just an Arkham Knight clone. Which, by the way, if it ends up being this, which I think it probably will be, I'll be completely fine with that. You know, I mean, I have no qualms whatsoever with just playing another Arkham Knight. Yeah. So and it's pretty clear that it's probably gonna end up being like a Court of Owls, centering around the Court of Owls somewhat. And yeah, I think that'll be cool. I think we'll probably also, I mean, if it says the demon, and if people are right in seeing like the demon's head, maybe we'll see I guess the League of Assassins. I mean, it's not really like, is this gonna be the first time that Bruce meets up with the League of Assassins? I mean, I don't think that, because doesn't he go to the League of Assassins to like train? Isn't that like a thing? I mean, they could just say that it's not, but or I don't know, maybe like he left the League of Assassins on good terms, and like now they're like coming to Gotham, like I mean, he didn't leave in good terms in the Nolan Batman trilogy, but then like Liam Neeson comes in and he's like, bruh, you're ass, you're trash, you're not doing a good job, we're just gonna blow up the whole city. Maybe it's gonna be something like that, I don't know. But yeah, and I think it's just gonna be Arkham Knight again. Okay, so that's what I think it's gonna be. Now let's talk about kind of what I would like to see. So I personally, me, myself, and I would personally like to see them do something to change the formula. Like, I don't even know what I would really want, but I would like to see them like not just try and do another Rocksteady Arkham game, like do something that changes something. Yeah, like I was listening to the Kind of Funny, like was it Games Daily or was it Games Cast? I think it was Games Daily, but I was listening to the Kind of Funny, one of their podcasts. I don't really remember. And I think like Barrett Courtney had brought up like kind of having like a nemesis system like they have in like the Mordor games, like those like Lord of the Rings games. I never played them, but I guess like they kind of had like this system where like the way you interact with certain enemies kind of changes how like you can come back to them later and it kind of changes how they interact with you. And I feel like that would be that like something like that, right? Where it's just kind of like a different system like with thugs because obviously Batman doesn't kill, so it would actually be kind of cool if maybe you could have some more interaction with thugs and I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, right? Like I just want something different. They also mentioned like maybe having sort of like in Assassin's Creed Origins how there's like the secret organization and that and like a part of the game is like you making your way and trying to find out who all the people are and trying to locate them something like that like that would actually be like a really cool thing. Although then though if they do that then I feel like maybe the Court of Owls is going to end up being more of a side quest type of thing, but I feel like they're kind of positioning it to be like the main threat. Although, or maybe like yeah, like kind of do what Arkham or not what Arkham, but what Assassin's Creed Origins or was it or no, it was Odyssey. Sorry, Assassin's Creed Odyssey did with their like secret organization, but just like have that be like the main quest. And but I mean yeah, like I remember I played a little bit of Odyssey and that was actually like really fun trying to find the secret organization. Again, I feel like it would be cool if like all of the if basically there's like a bunch of a bunch of cast of characters that you meet and you know, and like the Court of Owls like they're gonna be like people that you already know but you don't know like who they are. I feel like that could be kind of cool. And yeah, I mean I would also maybe like so I mean I guess I don't know if like at this point in his career if he's gonna have Robin and I guess yeah he hadn't met Catwoman yet, right? I don't think he had. Yeah, Catwoman wasn't in Origins, so I mean, I guess maybe him meeting Catwoman for the first time could be a thing they could do. But I guess like kind of like I'd like to see some more I don't know like some more involvement with the sidekicks. Because you know in Arkham in the previous games like in Arkham Knight there was like the most involvement, but even then it was just kind of like it was like you could only use them in certain specific like missions. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see some more involvement with them, right? Like let me explore the world as Robin. Let me like explore the world as Catwoman. Although you could do Catwoman in Arkham City. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see some more involvement from the sidekicks. Although I don't know if at this point he'll already have them, or maybe he'll get Robin in this game. I don't know. And yeah, I'd like to see just some new ideas because I feel like every time or not every time because they've only done it once, but the last time they just tried to make an Arkham game, everybody was comparing it to Arkham City and it was just kind of inferior. I would say from a gameplay perspective and definitely from a polish standpoint because Arkham Origins was not very polished. But yeah, so like everybody was just comparing it to City, and City is like one of the best games ever made. So yeah, although Arkham Knight definitely is not as beloved. So maybe just making an Arkham Knight clone will be fine for them. I don't know. I don't even know. But yeah, I guess just for my wish, I would like to see them do something different, right? Do their own thing, you know? Like not be beholden to the Arkham Knight formula, right? Like, hey, you don't need to always use the Batmobile. Just saying. You don't need to do that. Like Arkham Knight did that, but you don't need to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. And yeah, so you know what would actually be interesting? Like maybe also I mean, all rumors point to Rocksteady probably making a next gen Justice League game. Maybe start introducing some heroes, right? Because I mean, we know just from Easter eggs and like henchman dialogue that like all the other there is like a DC universe in the Arkhamverse does hold, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, all these characters. They are in this universe. So if you're gonna like introduce or I mean like if Rocksteady's next game is gonna end up being a Justice League game, or at the very least another game in the DC universe, maybe it'd be a good idea to start introducing some more characters in this game. Even if they're not, even if you can't play as them or anything, just like have Superman show up. I don't know, like have Wonder Woman show up, and just start expanding the universe, right? Because like even though this is a prequel, like it's not like introducing someone in a prequel doesn't necessarily mean anything, like doesn't contradict with anything in the newer games, because like they are still out there, you just never see them. And yeah, so I don't know, and that's actually something that I just thought of that I think would be pretty cool if they just start like expanding the universe a bit. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say about the situation. I'm just anticipating it, along with everybody else. Although I haven't had to really wait 4 years because I just played Arkham Knight recently, so I'm not like as like frothing at the mouth as everybody else is. But I am very, very eager to know what is next. And yeah, so yeah, if you have any thoughts on this, maybe I don't even know what differing opinion you could have, because this is all just speculation. Um, or I mean obviously you could have differing opinions. What am I even saying? Bye.